got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
You ever heard of poppies before?
Poppies?
It's a prebiotic soda.
No, I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's a prebiotic soda, and it's cranberry fizz flavored.
Is it?
Want to see me drink it?
What does it consist of? I mean, is it just another soda kind of thing?
It's sparkling water, organic cane sugar, some juices. Apparently, it's a soda substitute.
So it'll still keep you up at night
No,
with all that sugar?
there's prebiotics in it. There's not sugar in it.
Well, the fruit has sugar in it.
Oh, there's 4 grams, I guess.
Okay.
It's 25 calories.
Well, that's not bad.
I haven't liked the first ones I've tried.
Really?
This is cranberry fizz, Christmas flavor.
What's the big deal on it? I mean, is it just what do you mean by prebiotics? You don't have to really say too much. I don't think that was
terrible.
a firm endorsement of.
It does taste festive.
Yeah.
It's good for your gut health.
Oh,
And we know I need a good gut health.
you sure do. That's right.
Yeah. It says, they call it a soda, but it's not. Yeah, it's definitely a substitute for a pop. Anyway, wouldn't recommend, but there's other flavors too.
You know, I got out of drinking sodas. I mean, if I'm out and about and I have to drink something like that, I'll drink like a Sprite or something, a diet Sprite.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, good for you.
Sugar-free Sprite or something.
This is my early New Year's resolution to.
What's that? To do the prebiotic. Are you going to... Oh, you could give us an update on every podcast. You could talk about what your prebiotic update will be this week.
How's your gut?
Yeah. You can... A gut uptake.
Upchuck?
Upchuck, not upchuck, but
I might.
uptake.
It could be, I don't know. I'll just give you an update on, I'm going to start doing another diet challenge. I'm
Okay.
predicting.
All right.
Not a New Year's resolution. I'll do it before then. But, yeah. That's my resolution.
Okay.
Drink
All right.
water. It helps. Do
Yeah.
you ever go like a full day and you're like, I haven't really had any water today?
You know, I have. I've done that recently. But I have a tendency of drinking a lot of coffee and stuff in the morning.
Yeah, you're not a big water guy.
I used to be when I was in my old position. I would
What position?
drink a lot of water
Where?
at my old company.
The one that I was at?
Yes,
You didn't drink any water.
I did.
there.
No, I did. I did.
You would
Drank
have
a lot
a
of
water bottle every now and then, but
No, I did.
Mary also always told me how you never drank water and to make you drink water.
No. But when I started working from home, you know, for the last 2 to 3 years,
Then you drink water?
I drank a lot of it. I really
okay.
did. You can ask Cutie Pie that. She'll confirm it. But
Well, don't worry, Mom. I wasn't being mean there. I was just correcting John.
Kim, you need to talk to this boy.
Well, Merry Christmas, John.
Talk to him quickly. Merry Christmas, Taylor.
Sorry, we got off a little segue there.
We did. We kind of went into a little segue here on guts and
Poppy.
poppy and
Tell
biotics and
Tell your grandkids call you?
all kind. No,
Poppy.
They call me Papa.
Papa.
Papa. They even still call me, even the 21-year-old calls me Papa.
He will till the day you're gone.
Huh?
He will till the day you're gone.
Probably. They're starting to kind of morph over into
John.
or John.
The grandkids do too?
Yeah, John R. for the last name, but John.
Hmm.
They kind of put it together and hyphenated and all kinds of stuff. So
We've probably talked about this before, but we've never had names for my grandparents and stuff. They were just Grandma Arlene, Grandma Lee, Grandma Pat.
Okay. So
Grandpa
you have their
Ed.
names associated with it. Okay.
Yeah. It was never Ninu and Nana,
Yeah.
Mimu,
Mimu?
Gigi,
No.
Gaga.
We didn't go that route.
A little bit.
Well, not really.
Mimi and Papa.
Mimi and Papa. I mean, that's
But I was never.
way under the way over the top or under the
Shoo-shoo,
bridge.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, no.
None of those.
None
So
of that.
yeah. But it's Christmas Eve.
Yep, and we got everybody home. Everybody home safely, which is great, and been having a lot of fun with them over the last week or so, and yeah, we're looking forward to Santa coming tonight.
Well, you already had him. We're recording this early, obviously, not on Christmas Eve.
Right.
But you have Santa coming next week, don't you? Like the week before Christmas?
Yes.
And then on Christmas Eve, you're going to Kathleen's?
I think we're going to Kathleen's, and then on we've always historically gone to Courtney and Mike's on Christmas Day after they open up their gifts and stuff. So,
Do you have a favorite day of the celebrations?
the favorite day of the celebration?
Yeah, like which part's your favorite?
What do you mean?
Like, we always, growing up, Christmas Eve was our big thing.
Oh yeah.
So it was, like, that's when we opened all of our gifts, and it was mostly my mom's side we would see.
Uh-huh.
So they would all come over to my parents' house. Well, first it started with my grandma's house, and then we outgrew that, so it was my parents' house. And then the next day we'd always go over to Becky and Steve's house.
Mm-hmm.
And then see the same family, but we do stockings at my parents' house in the morning. And then, yeah, that was it. But now we go up to Omaha or Council Bluffs the weekend before usually. And then like I'll work from there on Monday, and then Tuesday is Christmas Eve. And then all the family comes over to their house now. So
Oh, that's great. That's still neat.
well, not all of it, because Steve's kids, Kyle's in Texas.
Uh-huh.
Mallory is in Des Moines, but I'm not sure she'll be back or not. But if they are, they come back, or they come for Christmas Eve sometimes, but then their in-laws have stuff going on too.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody has their own families now, and we're fortunate in that our kids, most of our kids. I know Chris's mom and dad live in Virginia, but they always fly back for Christmas, and so we always get the opportunity to spend it all together with them. And Mike's generally will schedule a different day to go down and see his mom. He'll pack up the boys while they're in town and out of school, and take them all down there so they can have a Christmas celebration down there with them, and which is nice. And Mary Alice and I, we're kind of at the point now where when the girls were little, we'd always have probably Mary Alice's family on Christmas Eve, and we would celebrate Christmas with our girls on Christmas Day, Christmas morning.
Sorry.
Yeah, made it real nice.
Sorry, I was going to show you. Steve sent me a video of Thanksgiving at their house.
Well, that had to be a zoo.
And because on the one podcast I mentioned how I used to be at the kids' table, and it ended up being a lot of grown kids in college and stuff.
Right.
And then
All right.
I was 14 and the youngest one. But he sent me.
That's always a big rite of passage for some reason when you're a kid, because you always wound up at the card table in the kids' table, So
So this is the kids' table. I used to sit right there. But he said this is his grandkids doing the Norwegian prayer that I talked about.
Oh yeah, well we have it
you.
up here.
Yeah. And none of them know it either, so they're not saying it. But all the adults are saying it. Maybe.
Hallelujah, praise the Lord.
So none of them know it either.
Oh, that's great. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's a great. Those are things that the holidays are all about.
So we do that for Christmas too.
Uh huh.
But yeah, so we'll go up to my parents' house, be there for Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning we'll drive back down and be with her family.
Okay. And what does Janelle's family do?
It's just her immediate family.
Uh huh.
And then we quit doing gifts for everybody. At one point, everyone would give a gift for everybody. So we'd buy gifts for her parents and her brother and her sister and her brother-in-law. But
It gets the families get so big. You finally get to a point where you have to do something like that.
yeah,
You really do.
well, that's what we were doing. Everyone was giving everyone a gift.
Right.
But now no one needs anything.
Right.
We could buy it all with our own money.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just pick one person out of a hat, and then we
That's a
did that
great idea.
before Thanksgiving, and then so I picked, I think Janelle's dad. I forget.
Ooh.
So anyway, so we'll do that and then open those on Christmas morning there. And then the Chiefs play on Christmas Day.
That's right. They do.
It's on Netflix, which is weird.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not on any of the local stations?
I don't think so.
Because I think wasn't WDAF or one of the.
Well, the last game was on Peacock, I believe.
I'm thinking CBS is what had the last Chiefs game on Sunday.
The last one was on NBC, I believe.
Really?
And then there's a game on Black Friday that was on Amazon Prime, but they still played it on TV for like locally. They did.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I think this is one that is Netflix only. But I'm guessing you didn't watch that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
I did not. I saw a little bit of it, and I was just thoroughly turned off by the whole thing. Didn't it just it didn't look like a fight at all.
No, but the whole thing that was on Netflix, and the whole thing didn't really work out that well. So
yeah,
it was buffering for everybody for.
Oh yeah, I
ever.
heard. Ooh.
Well,
I hope that didn't happen on the Chiefs game.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but maybe they'll win by the skin of their teeth again.
Yeah, by another 1-pointer
off a field goal post.
Off a field goal post. What a play that was. Jiminy criminy. You couldn't. I mean, talk about the luck of the Irish. I mean, that was it. No question about it.
Which one is Irish?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
The football was, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all the Christmas stuff I really had.
Oh, you have a Christmas stuff?
Well, we had a whole episode last year on Christmas and went through all of our top songs. We had a draft of favorite Christmas songs.
We had all kinds of stuff like that. But
and I know you're a classic Christmas guy.
Yeah. Well, Christmas should be classic. I mean,
there's some new songs that I like, but
well, I don't know. By who? Jake or whoever it is.
Who's that?
Little E.
No. Who's Jake?
I don't know.
That's a real person.
Probably something that popped into my head.
When
you get old like I am, your filter seems to not be as thick as what it used to be.
An episode 2 weeks ago, I had to edit out something you said.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Just didn't care and said it.
Didn't care. Just said it. So
speaking of getting old, does it feel like? Because I feel like I'm old now, and every year
you're not.
Maybe it's because there hasn't been much snow, but I feel like it should not be Christmas now.
Really?
Like it feels like we just had Halloween, and I feel like time just is flying by.
It is. And the older you get, the faster it seems like.
So does it actually feel like Halloween was a week ago to you then?
Yes, it was last couple or 2 days ago. Actually.
'Cause we were just texting each other. How many trick-or-treaters do you have? How many do you have?
Right.
It seems like that was last Thursday.
Yeah.
So I feel like my life is just over.
Well, it's not over,
Basically.
but it's getting there pretty quick.
I can arrange something if you'd like it quicker.
Yeah, if you need something, let me know. I know a guy.
But yeah, it makes me sad because I don't mind the winter in general, but it gets a lot worse on December 26th.
Yeah.
More so January 2nd, I feel like.
Yeah, it especially when it gets cold, real cold.
Because like the holidays are over, I feel like January 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
January 1st, you're still kind of like, oh, New Year's Day, I'm off work.
Well,
And the next day, it's just like no decorations, no Christmas music.
Yeah.
What's the point of living?
Kind of gray and dreary
It's
out.
just stupid.
Yeah.
And all the snow
leaves
melts.
on the
And
trees.
it's a big slushy, snowy mess.
Right.
And then the streets are just shiny. Like you can't
drive
because it's
slick and
it's slick.
Yeah.
But then there's just cuss.
rock salt everywhere.
I should edit that out. Well, the snow.
That'd make a great Hallmark movie, wouldn't
that?
it? Huh?
What?
Have one of the girls fall in love with one of the rock salt drivers. Yeah, I'm onto something now. Here we go.
He just it says stay back 50 feet.
50 feet, and she didn't.
She didn't, and her windshield's cracked.
Yeah,
She's like, what's the
she
big
couldn't
idea?
say very well, and
So she cuts him off
yeah.
and stops, and he's like, "What's going on, ma'am?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "You could crack my windshield."
Then she got stuck in a snowbank, and he happened to be driving by and plowed more snow on her. And
Well, he drives off, and then he looks in his rear view, and she's just miserable. And he's like, "I'll go back."
I'll go back and help
So he
her.
goes back and helps.
Yeah,
And then it
being
turns
a
out,
gentleman that he is.
but it turns out that the stay back 50 feet sign wasn't just a literal sign. It was metaphorical that he had trouble letting people into his life and getting close to him.
Yeah,
So really,
Now
it was a
we're
warning
talking. Yeah,
for them and for him.
and this is what his shrink told him, and just a few days before,
hmm
and so it all seems to be coming to real life.
So he pursues that relationship, but he just lets her know eventually that like, I lost someone dear to me, and now I'm afraid to let anyone in. So you need to stay back 50 feet.
Stay back 50 feet.
Objects in my mirror are closer than they appear.
Okay.
And then the movie will be called "Stay Salty."
Yeah. Do stay salty at 50 feet, Wow. That's funny.
But anyway, I just hate when the snow melts and then the concrete is just shiny.
Yeah.
And you can't see because the sun's setting on it, but the sun sets at 2 p.m.
I don't like this daylight.
I'm just
We've
bitter.
talked about this before. I get kind of angry at the daylight savings time kind of thing, and
Yell
it doesn't seem. Yeah, it's not fun. Just not fun at all.
Speaking of driving, I saw a video the other day, and it was someone who, they were shaking. What was it? Oh, they said, when I win the lottery, there won't be signs, or I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs. And it was a video of them shaking the nozzle for the gas pump.
Uh-huh.
And they were insinuating that, like, once they got rich, they would quit doing that. And then it unlocked a new fear for me, which was, I shake the nozzle in my car, but I do that so that the drops go all, like, empty into the car.
Mm-hmm.
So when I take it out, it's not going to drip all over the side of the car and ruin the paint and all that. But my fear is people think that I'm doing that because I'm a cheapo and I want every last drop of gasoline in my car.
Well, we are basically.
I don't care that. That's
Yeah.
a fraction of a penny.
I know. It doesn't make sense when you add it up.
Just like I don't look for the closest gas and then drive 4 miles down the road to get 2 cents cheaper of gas.
2 cents different.
But it was a fear of mine that now people think I'm shaking the nozzle at the gas station to get every last drop out of Quick Trip.
You just like to shake nozzles.
Don't know what that means, but I don't want to get it all over the side of my car and drip it out of my shoe.
I get it.
And then my car smells like gasoline for 2 weeks.
I'm on to you.
So that's my new fear I have.
Is that a snag?
Not a snag. I've got a different one for that.
Oh, because I got a snag tonight.
You do?
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
and it's also transportation related, and it happened to me on the way out here tonight.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah.
You got flipped off again?
No, I didn't get flipped off this time. It kind of came close, but not no actual flip offs. But have you ever noticed when you're driving down the road and people will be turning onto the street, and what they will do is they will get in your left-hand lane, which is generally a turn lane anyway, and start to speed up to move over into your lane when you were just kind of neck and neck at going the same speed as they are.
So you're saying they should slow down and get
They
behind
should
you?
slow down and get that. Well, they shouldn't even be doing that to begin with. They should not be in that lane. Period.
So what'd you do?
Sped up.
Did you box them in?
I kind of sped up and
You showed
I
them?
kind of yeah.
Pretend like you didn't see them?
Yeah.
Oh. Oops.
Oops. Oops.
You ran
So
them off
that's
the highway?
Yeah, I know. Poor. I don't know who it was, but anyway, that's my snag of the week. Drivers. Once again, drivers.
Where did mine go? Oh, my peeve of the week
Okay.
is everything is getting more expensive.
Oh yeah.
And I sound like a boomer there. But I just got an email earlier that the service that I use for my bookings for photography, it helps with like payments and sends out reminders and all that. So I kind of need it, but it used to be $40 a month, and they just announced it's going up to, was it 57?
Really?
Or $59? It's like $20 more. It's going up now, but they said that since I'm a loyal member, I get 20% off until 2026. So this year it goes up like $9, and then it'll go up another like $9 the next year. And I'm peeved because it's really doing nothing more. They always send an email saying, to help us fund the new features that we're going to be introducing, we need to stay ahead of the curve. And
Do you subscribe to any of the new features?
no, I don't
Have you
need
used
them.
any of them?
I don't need them.
Okay.
So there's a good, better, best subscription,
Okay.
and I'm in the better. The best is for if you have tons of employees.
Okay.
The good,
Yeah.
I could possibly get by with, but it doesn't have like the automation stuff, so I might not do that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But anyway,
Did you use a lot of automation?
it's the part that I like because I'm a people pleaser, and it'll email everyone saying, "Hey, John, you got a payment due in 2 weeks."
Yeah, you need that one.
And I don't want to be the one to do that.
Yeah.
So I guess I could just play it off like it's the computer doing it, and it's really me. But I just hate being the one to say, like, hey, can you possibly pay me your
No, it's better to have it
a month past due? No worries if not.
Yeah. No,
That's what I would probably do.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So
You got to keep
that.
it strictly business. Yeah.
Our mortgage is going up $250 next month or next year,
Ooh.
all because of our escrow account.
Yes.
Sounds made up.
No, it's not made up.
I know, but I just
Yeah,
it's
you're
frustrating.
just a bitter 30-year-old tax person.
Which, what is that even? I think it's the tax, or I think it said last year I was whatever behind on their estimated payments. Like I paid what they said to pay, but they said that I was behind for whatever reason.
I don't know why.
So now for the next year I have to pay $250 more. I think it's for property tax and
Yeah, I think I think property taxes went up all over the area,
wonderful.
and it's significant amount of money.
And lastly, Chipotle's prices are going up 2%.
You know what? I noticed that this week.
I don't know if they've gone up yet, but
Well, it seemed to be much higher for the same stuff that I normally get.
I think when you and I used to go when we were at our old job, we'd go over lunch. I'm pretty sure it used to be $7 and something for a bowl, and now it's like $9.45.
Yeah, it's gotten up there.
And they even went through a thing where they're giving you way less. People started getting upset and recording them with their phones, and the CEO came out and said, "Well, if you're ever in there and you're not getting enough, just give them that look, and we'll add some more food in there." So that's not how that.
No,
should
that's
work.
not true.
Or just do it the right way.
Come on, buddy. Get with the real world here.
So yeah, that's my peeve of the week is things getting unnecessarily expensive.
Yeah.
Like I just can't imagine charging someone more. Like for photography and stuff, sometimes I'll raise prices year over year, but it's not like something people already are buying every month, you know? Like if someone reaches out today and asks me for a price and it's whatever, like...
Is it based on what the market will bear, or is it based on what everybody else is doing?
For me, kind of what others are doing, and I'm usually less than that for some of them. But yeah, it's like if...
Well, you want to be competitive in a competitive market. So
yeah, but if someone reaches out today and I have one price, and then in 2 years my prices go up, that's not a huge deal because it's a different person reaching out then.
Sure.
But if it was like a monthly subscription that they're paying for every month for 6 years, and then all of a sudden it goes up 40%.
Yeah, you can't do that. No,
And you can't tell me what the features are yet. It just is kind of frustrating.
I got you.
So
I got you.
Anywho, I'm just a bitter old man. Oh,
bitter old man.
I forgot to add this.
You got a ways to go, buddy.
I forgot to
you
mention
get that
this.
bitterness factor. You got to kick that thing up to 10. You're at 3 right now.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there.
I forgot to mention this last week. We were talking about Mattress Firms.
Yeah.
But what's the point of a box spring?
You know what? I'm not real sure.
It seems like a lot of nothing.
Well, the mattresses I probably were a lot thinner way back when, and they needed something to support them. And have you ever laid on a box spring?
No, because it just seems like an empty box with some springs in it.
Yeah, but you put a mattress on top of that, and it has a real kind of a weird, because you have all these springs that are pushing on your back and on your
But
body.
isn't that what the mattress was too? It was just springs?
Well, you had the mattress on top of the springs.
Well, I know, but they're
But
both springs.
But to keep in mind that the mattresses were thinner back then.
I just question the effectiveness of it. I don't think that it was really the box spring was doing a whole lot.
Yeah, probably wasn't.
I think you could put the mattress on the floor, the old ones, and it'd feel the same.
You wouldn't have much play with it. You know, it wouldn't be as bouncy. The old spring mattress, box springs are kind of springy in that they do go up and down a lot.
They're boxy and springy.
They're boxy and springy, hence box springs.
But you don't have a box spring now, do you?
No, heavens no. No.
I don't see why anyone would need one.
Old technology.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I helped someone move not too long ago, and they had a new mattress, which weighed 6,000 pounds.
Oh, they're really heavy now.
Foam and whatever. And they also had a box spring. And I thought, this is not needed. Because they sell bed frames that are taller, which we have, and you can put stuff underneath it, like those big Rubbermaid containers. But yeah, the box spring thing I thought was just a scam. Also,
I don't know if we had box springs on ours or not. I can't remember.
Used to or currently?
Currently.
Well, you have a Tempur-Pedic bed, so I don't think you do.
I don't think we do.
Because the box spring wouldn't move.
Yeah. No, I don't think we do.
But I think it's a box spring is probably invented by Mattress Firm for money laundering purposes.
Probably. Careful now, big guy.
They would hide the money in the box spring.
Ah.
That's what it's for.
Is that what it's for? Ooh.
I think so.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Have you ever heard, maybe it's my dad's phrase that he made up, but we call it the Jeep theory?
The Jeep theory.
Yeah. I just thought of this the other day.
No. What is the Jeep theory?
So when I was in
Learn something new.
elementary school, they bought a Jeep. And then once we bought a Jeep, we started seeing Jeeps everywhere.
Okay. All right.
And I just thought of that recently where I had never heard of a Great Pyrenees before we bought Otis. And then once we got him, I see him everywhere all the time.
Oh, really?
I think part of it is my feed on my social media is catered towards that a little bit. But other things are just random. But it's like I followed like the lost and found pets of Johnson County. Because we found some dogs one day on the side of the road and needed to give them back. So I followed that page. So now I see stuff periodically on there, but a lot of the times it's Pyrenees, and I'd never seen one before. So,
My neighbor has a Great Pyrenees.
really,
Yeah.
how are his ankles? He's a Great Pyrenees and a good pair of ankles.
There we go, folks.
My dad probably liked that one a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's for you, Joe.
He wasn't
Merry
too proud of
Christmas.
it. He did say they were driving down the week before Thanksgiving, and I made some dumb joke about, I forget what it was, on the podcast, and he said he did laugh a little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
he said when
Give him a chuckle.
it was when I said the thing about, we're talking about being cremated and stuff, and I
Okay.
said like I'd be spilled or something, and you could wipe my ash. He liked it. But have you ever had anything like that before, where you never seen it or noticed it a whole lot, and then once you have it, you see them everywhere?
You know what I did? I had that. Cutie Pie and I bought a Volkswagen one time, a Volkswagen Beetle. I think it was 1972, maybe, and it was blue. It was like a baby blue color. And once we bought that car, we thought we'd never seen this color before. It's really neat. We like this, and it's all we could afford at the time. But once we bought the car, it just seemed like the minute we drove out of the parking lot, we saw them everywhere. It's just like driving down the street. Hey, there's one.
Yeah.
There's one. Did you ever play a game when you were a kid called Slug Bug?
Oh yeah. We
Yeah,
did.
it was great because you can hit. The only time you get to hit your sister.
Janelle still plays it, but she just wants to hit me.
She doesn't see a Volkswagen. She's
Yes.
cold cock in the side of
Slug
the
bug. Like, I
side
didn't
of
see
the
anything. We're in a tunnel in a national park. Where'd you see a slug bug?
wham.
That's for last night. What? Did you say nothing? I just saw a slug bug.
Reminds me of that segment in The Office. That skit. God, I just every time I see that or even think about it, I just go.
What was that for?
What was that for?
And to make sure you were up.
Make sure. Slapping him with his shoe.
Well, it's not only cars, because I said Pyrenees, but also fly fishing. I may have heard of it a couple times before, but until you told me about it, I had never seen it anywhere. And now that I know it, I see it everywhere. People talking about it, or
Do you think it's because it's grown in popularity? I think
a tiny bit. I think I was just so blind to it before that someone could have had a fly rod or a regular spinning reel and rod, and I wouldn't have noticed the difference.
Okay.
So
All right.
I was just dumb.
Well, no, you're
Now
not
I'm smart.
dumb. Now you're intelligent.
I'm a learned doctor.
Okay. Well, don't go that far.
So anyway,
Don't go that far.
I want you to be on the lookout for things like that you see
Okay.
all the time now.
Oops. All right.
What was that about?
Well, I didn't realize we had some advertisement on the back of my notes here.
Oh, we can't do free advertising.
Well, we do anyway.
It's going to cost you.
Yeah, I know.
A random thought that I had, surprise.
Okay.
Do you have any nostalgic smells? Like something you smell and it just,
Smells?
yeah, like, probably not.
Careful now.
It's not weird. There's like one smell in particular. Well, one is a perfume that I don't care for.
Okay.
That someone I knew used to wear. Whenever I smell that, I don't care.
Eyewear?
No, someone I knew.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of come back in popularity. I feel like some younger girls wear it now, and it just does not smell good.
Yeah.
But there's another one, and it's kind of like a Play-Doh-y smell, and it takes me
Yeah, I
back
know
to
what
like
that is.
childhood.
Yeah.
It's not even just Play-Doh, but I can't put my finger on it. But I smelled it the other day and thought to put this note down.
What about foods? Any foods that are? I got a couple in mind for food.
Like what? Something your mom made you eat?
Yeah, cauliflower.
Hmm.
When she would cook that, it just you walk in the house and you go, oh great, cauliflower.
Really?
Yeah. Or Brussels sprouts are another one that drives.
You don't like them?
Oh, I love them.
Oh.
I really do. But
Anything else?
the smell drives her nuts.
Hmm.
She can't handle that.
Well,
Consequently, we don't have Brussels sprouts.
we don't have SpaghettiOs at my parents' house.
Oh, you don't?
My mom, again, she'll probably gag hearing that.
Oh, yeah?
She doesn't like them at all. And then one time,
Is it the taste of them or what they look like? Or
I think it's a smell for sure.
okay. But does she like spaghetti and meatballs and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But the
right.
canned stuff, the Chef Boyardee, she can't do.
Oh, well, we talked about canned stuff for Thanksgiving, didn't we? The glutinous.
Yeah. But this one in particular, she's probably mad that we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
But then she made.
Notice, Kim, that I am not talking about it. That,
well, you're still carrying it on.
I am not carrying.
I was going to change it to another one.
No.
So for something one time, she made us a pasta, and we all loved it. I still would love to have it again, but she said it made her gag, so we always called it gag pasta. Like, Mom, can you make gag pasta again? Yeah. And then one time,
just ask her for the recipe.
I should. Another time, she made macaroni and cheese on my birthday, homemade.
Okay.
And my dad and I both had a very aggressive stomach virus.
Oh, no.
And we both got very, very sick. So then a couple of years later, we tried it again because it was one of those things where it ruined it. Like I couldn't have that food again.
Sure.
So I asked her to make it again just to try it. And I took one bite and I couldn't
do it.
Couldn't do it. So that's nostalgic a little bit. I think I could probably do it now. I think like a frozen pizza is kind of nostalgic.
I could never eat a frozen pizza.
Really?
I could never eat macaroni and cheese.
Really?
Still can't to
Why?
this day. I don't know. It's just something I've never liked it. You know, when we were growing up,
do you like
we grew up Catholic, and so every Friday it had to be some sort of fish or some non-meat.
So you'd have
product.
like fish sticks and
we'd have fish sticks and mac and cheese.
That's a staple in our house.
Was it really?
Yeah. I don't think I've had a fish stick since I was.
I haven't had a fish stick since the day I've walked out of my mom and dad's house. Since that time.
So are fish sticks the same thing basically as fish and chips?
No.
How's it different?
Fish sticks are kind of the remains of fish.
Oh, is it the hot dog of a fish?
Oh, it's kind of like a hot dog of fish. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Really? They would just grind up the different pieces of the fish?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, they did back then. I'm not sure if they still do today. But
I'm sure it's the same.
But no, fish and chips is white. It's a white fish. It's a generally
Cod.
It's a cod. It's generally thick. It's not.
But you don't have any.
All the parts of. It's just parts,
Just the gills and all.
Yep.
You don't have any nostalgic smells.
Nostalgic smells. Oh. Yeah, coming into the house and when somebody's baking something, that's always been a big Christmas thing for me.
Oh, I thought of one.
Certain breads or something like that just smells great, just unbelievable.
When we moved into the house and we scraped the popcorn ceilings in our bedrooms,
oh yeah,
which we probably shouldn't have done, we were told to put laundry detergent mixed with hot water into this spray pump and then spray it on the ceiling, let it dry or let it soak a little bit and then scrape it off.
Did that work?
It worked, but we can't use that detergent anymore because it just reminds us of that.
Oh, does it?
Nasty,
oh, yeah.
I don't know. It just, whenever I smell it now, it's still on some old clothes that I have. And for whatever reason, it
still is. That was a tough job.
Yeah.
Tough job, whatever.
Well, it's the job and just the whole experience that just makes me uncomfortable.
Yep.
But then I got to thinking, I saw an ad for candles and they had Pop-Tart flavored scented candles.
God.
And
why would you want a Pop-Tart flavored candle?
I looked at the site and they had, what did they have? Well, it was like wild berry Pop-Tart. They had like the brown sugar, which would kind of smell good.
Uh-huh.
The brown sugar, cinnamon, whatever Pop-Tart. And then they had some other random flavors too, or scents. But anyway, I was wondering how companies can get that, like what they do to make that scent, Like they have someone in there with like an eyedropper, like we need 2 more drops
Yeah,
of
2 more drops
cherry.
of this oil of some sort of.
So I'd like to see
Yeah.
how it's made of creating scents of candles, but also the tastes of things. Like,
Well, you know what we can do?
what's that?
We could take Real Bud's podcast on the road.
Go interview some.
We can go visit a
food
candle
scientist?
factory. Yeah.
Should do that.
I tell you what, we'll just barge into Yankee Candle corporate offices and just set up and just start recording everything.
So those aren't
pull a Mike Wallace on them.
We should try that. So I don't think those are as fascinating to me. Like, a lot of the Yankee Candle ones are like evergreen, or like,
Yeah.
I know they can put essential
Cranberries,
oils
yeah.
to make it smell a certain way. Like, those don't fascinate me. The ones that fascinate me are the ones that smell exactly like one particular thing, like a Pop-Tart or whatever. Like, they can make it smell just like that. Or when Pringles makes a new flavor, and like, this is
Pringles.
Mexican street corn. Like, how do they make it taste just like that?
I know.
Or this one tastes like Mom's lasagna.
Ooh, I'm thinking road trip.
This
Just
one,
to determine where we can find. I can get all this stuff.
um,
We can do that, Taylor. Put that down for our to-do list for 2025.
yes, 13 bizarre Pringles flavors the world's freaking out about.
Ooh,
Eggs Benedict,
no, that's not it.
prawn cocktail,
Which I would not have. I would not eat one of those.
hot diggity dog. There's a hot dog flavored Pringles.
No. Pringles are chips. You want this supposed to stick with chips, not hot dogs.
A mental cheese.
Pimento?
No, a mental. EMMENLTAL.
I don't know.
EMMENTAL.
Sounds
cheese.
gross to me, but
It's in the Netherlands. It's like a Swiss cheese flavor.
oh no.
Explosive chili.
No.
I would not want to name something
No.
explosive. Crab flavored Pringles. Ketchup.
Crab flavored
Mushroom
Why
soup.
would you take a potato chip and flavor it with crab? I don't get it.
Roast chicken and herbs. Salt and seaweed. Serrano ham. Flame grilled steak. That's not so bad.
Jeez.
Screamin' dill pickle.
Come on.
Dill pickle is the latest craze. I feel
No.
like there's different crazes that go on. Like, for a while it was sriracha was the big thing, and now it's that.
I can't do dill pickle.
Why?
I don't know. I just can't.
It's kind of a big deal. Barbecue steak, scorching spicy. Anyway, I'd like to know how they make these flavors, and how they know like what to add to make it a little more bacony, or I'm sure it's just a powder they have on hand.
A bunch of chili powder left over from some Guatemalan drug lord that they confiscated from.
I keep looking at the camera because I know we're running out of time, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if the battery's going to die. Last couple things. Do you have anything in particular on your Christmas list?
Ooh, not on my list. I really don't, because I mean we're kind of at a point in our life where, if we want something, we'll go out and buy it, that kind of thing. And there isn't really anything that we want, or there is not anything we actually need. To be honest with you, we're just very blessed and very fortunate to have the life that we have and be able to say that and do that.
That's deep. I agree. We don't need anything except I think I'm getting old, because this is the first year I think I can remember looking forward to getting underwear and socks in my stocking for my wife. Last year she got me this particular kind of underwear.
Yeah.
I wear it all the time. It's all I wear. And it's the reason why I do more laundry, is because if I'm out of that, I have to do the laundry to get more of them. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some more of those this year. And in the last week
I can pass that on to Santa if you.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
In the last week,
Hey, Santa.
in the last week, I've had 2 different pairs of socks with holes in them.
Ooh.
So I know a certain kind of sock and a certain kind of underwear that I like, and I'm looking forward to Christmas just to get socks and underwear. So I'm officially old.
Can you remember as a kid getting that?
Yeah,
I
toss it.
can't.
Next.
Yeah, I know.
Where's the PlayStation?
I know.
What's this garbage?
Open up, you see a pair of jockeys, and you go, "Oh man, come on, Mom." Be
More
creative.
Hanes white tees?
Yeah,
This
what's
is
the deal
stupid.
here?
But now I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, good for you. I'm glad you're looking forward to underwear.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great Christmas.
Well, I hope you have a great Christmas too. And
The best
I have
one
one
yet.
thing. I have one thing I just want to leave you
You gonna
with.
sing us a song?
No, I'm not going to sing a song. But I want you. This is what I'm going. One of my goals this year is to change something, and it's to change
Your underwear?
change a word. No, I have plenty of that.
Oh.
And the words I want to change is have. HAVE.
Okay.
I want to change it to get. So, for example, I have to.
I get to mow the lawn.
I get to.
Did Mary Alice tell you to do this?
No, not at all. I was talking with my daughter, Kathleen, and she mentioned it to me. And I thought, boy, this is really a great way to do this because I have to get up on Sunday morning or Monday morning. Change it to I get to get up on Monday morning.
It's a good thought.
Because you can have a job. You have to go. You're being productive, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So anyway, I like to just change the word of have to get.
I agree.
It changes your whole perspective.
Not to piggyback on your idea,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the other day I was mowing the lawn and picking up leaves, and it took forever. And I was kind of complaining in my head. And then I thought, we have a neighbor across the street, and she's probably in her 50s, and she cannot get around well. She's always used a walker and all that. I thought, she probably would love to do yard work.
Mm-hmm.
And
you get to.
Joke's on her. This is the worst, but also I get to do yard work.
Yep.
And I can drive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're running out of time. Our work volunteered at a business the other day, last Friday, and it's called Possibilities. And they employ people with special needs, people with autism and Down syndrome and all that. And they work in this building from 9 to 3, and they teach them life skills like laundry and cooking and all that. And they also make dog treats and dog toys and bandanas and stuff. So it teaches them like work and life skills, and they'll be out front selling it and all that. So anyway, just left feeling bad about myself for complaining about certain things I complain about, but good because these people don't have the best cards dealt for them. That's not a phrase. They haven't been dealt the best cards.
Right.
But they choose to be happy, and talked to this guy named Sam for an hour, and he was just telling me all about how he's going to propose to his girlfriend and how happy he was and all that. So anyway, to piggyback on your idea, I agree.
One of the most profound things that ever happened to me was one time when I was working down in Crown Center. I went to lunch at the Hallmark, when it used to have this fabulous cafeteria. And as an employee of Hallmark, you could go to this cafeteria. And I was having a really bad day. I mean, everybody was just really irritable. They were yelling and screaming and carrying on and just being, just kind of really jerks all to me, or it seemed like it was to me all day long. So I was kind of having a pity party, walking across the courtyard to go to the Hallmark cafeteria. And this bus pulled up. It was a big yellow school bus. The doors opened up, and all of these little kids got off the bus, and they all had crutches. And they all went to Kaleidoscope, that little kids, that kids' creative thing. And that had the most profound impact on me ever. Yeah, I just, when I start to feel sorry for myself, I was thinking about those little kids that on the school bus. They just pulled up, and all of them had crutches. I thought, man, my life isn't that bad.
Yeah.
My life is pretty damn good. So anyway, I didn't want to be a downer on anything like that, but I'm sorry about that.
Right,
but it's it's the season, and it's part of the year, and you always think of the good things. Think of the good, positive things.
Be grateful for what you got.
Be grateful for what you have.
Oh, and what you could have is some Real Buds merch.
Ooh, speaking of Real Buds merch.
We realized we haven't plugged our merch in a while.
We haven't plugged this in a while.
We still have T-shirts
We
and
can tell
shirts.
by the sales went down.
Yeah, had a sale in a while.
So anyway, this is a great New Year's Real Bud podcast on the front, and you have the hoodie.
Yeah.
Great.
Modeling it well.
Modeling well.
We have crew necks. We have T-shirts.
Yep.
That's probably it right now.
Yep.
So feel free to buy some of that.
Yeah.
Still selling it. And, it gets annoying when people do this on podcasts and stuff, but feel free to like our podcast on Spotify, follow us,
Yeah.
and share it.
And share it. And please
Tell
let
a
us
friend.
know. Tell a friend and let us know what you think.
It's on YouTube. You can like it there, comment on there.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to hear back from people.
Yeah.
Questions, comments, concerns.
Right?
Save your criticism for someone else.
Yeah. Please direct it to the other podcasts that you've been listening to.
We have nothing to work on.
We have not.
But yeah, if you can tell a friend, we'd love to have more listeners in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd like to make it more exciting. So tell us how to make it more exciting. And
Get off the air.
That's all. All right. Have a great year. And
Merry Christmas, Taylor. Thank you very much
Merry
for
Christmas.
what you've done for the podcast all year. And thank you for being my best buddy.
thank you. Take care, Ka.
Thanks.
Real
Cuh.
bud.